What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Betty Chen with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's military is shrinking. More than 10% of the country's forces have retired in just the past 5 years. Now Taiwan is doubling its efforts to enhance combat readiness and is finding ways to entice a new generation of soldiers. Hameo Khan has the details.
As tensions with China continue to rise, Taiwan seeks to enhance the combat readiness of its troops. But a recent military report revealed that in the past 5 years, almost half of its soldiers have applied for early discharge. The report says the reasons include long work hours and not being able to apply their training in the field. Officials are looking to address the issues. Taiwan is considering extending military service from 4 months to a year. The war in Ukraine has made the country reevaluate its combat readiness. Taiwan also plans to recruit an additional 47,000 troops, expanding the military by 25%. And to do that, Taiwan would need to rearrange its troops.
未来的义务役可能，比如说，在一个旅里面，可能就是一个补充兵营，或2个补充兵营，这样子就是专门是义务役的部分。这样子，我想可以让整个单位的就是战力跟那个干部的负担会减轻。
As Taiwan continues to bolster its combat readiness, it hopes to usher in a new wave of soldiers and better protect its sovereignty. Chris Ma and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
One of Taiwan's largest religious events, the Mazu Pilgrimage, kicks off on Friday. The organizers are bracing for the crowds. They're taking steps to make sure the 9-day procession does not turn into a hotbed of COVID. They face a huge challenge with cases approaching record-high levels as hundreds of thousands of pilgrims prepare to join the pilgrimage. John Van Trieste has more.
Every year, devotees of the sea goddess Mazu set off on foot from her Dajia Zhenlan temple. Over the 9 days that follow, they cover a circuit of around 300 kilometers, paying respects at other temples along the way. Some years, the number of pilgrims can approach 1 million. And though the event was significantly scaled back in 2020, last year an estimated 100,000 took part on the first day alone. To keep the crowds COVID-free this year, temples along the route say they won't offer food or shelter to pilgrims as they have previously.
咱地内宫的庙内今年完全拜托大家唔通到庙内去。
今年无法度讲法，会当伫公园啦，但是伫家己伫车顶啊伫家车顶休困，可能会较安全。
The city of Taichung, where the procession starts and ends, has also sent a vaccination truck to give COVID jabs to worshippers preparing for the journey. Klein Wang and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
You think your family is big? Well, let me tell you about the Ye family in Taoyuan, northern Taiwan. Every year for the Tomb Sweeping Festival, thousands of them gather at a family mausoleum. Our reporter Eric Gao joined them this year to see how they're coping with COVID.
Just west of Taipei, this crowd of thousands has come together in this mausoleum for the annual Qingmingjie, or the Tomb Sweeping Festival, when people across the Chinese-speaking world visit the graves of their ancestors to pay their respects. Everyone here is part of the Ye family. It's been 15 generations since they first arrived in Taiwan, and the tradition is still going strong.
因为我们所有的祖先的骨骸都放在这边，都没有外流出去的，所以说我们所有的子孙到清明扫墓绝对都会往回来我们这里扫墓。我们287年以来都是这样子。
It's the largest single-family event in Taiwan, and relatives come from all over to participate. Before COVID travel restrictions, they would return from abroad as well. The event is so big that the local mayor comes to pay his respects every year.
这个是我们无形的资产，那也代表我们对于先祖开发这块土地一份感怀。这个地方也是 我们一个很重要的文化地标。
This year's tomb sweeping came as the local pandemic situation worsened, with concerns that it could spread further over the long holiday weekend.
Even in the midst of Taiwan's current COVID-19 outbreak, with over 100 domestic cases being recorded every day, so many members of the Ye family came out to pay their respects to their common ancestors. In the years before the pandemic, this entire area would be full of the Ye family.
COVID restrictions in 2020 meant only a handful of people were allowed to come. That number expanded to about 100 in 2021. This year, the limitations were eased so long as participants followed safety measures.
今年我们就说疫情有比较缓和了，缓和就是有打2剂以上的，我们就可以来自由参拜。
Even with these precautions, some Ye family members chose to avoid the crowds and came after the main ceremony earlier in the day. Traditionally, all family members are meant to attend that group worship.
因为已经2年了，所以今年开放给大家轮流，大家按照自己方便的时间，然后就找个时间过来拜拜，也不要跟大家一起有群聚的状况出现。
Before the pandemic, over 8,000 Ye family members would come together for tomb sweeping. When travel restrictions are lifted, organizers hope to one day set a Guinness World Record for the biggest single-family tomb sweeping ceremony.
有往这个方向，因为要有上万人的时候才能破金氏纪录。
如果之后有机会可以挑战金氏世界纪录的话，我也会想要参与的。
As Taiwan moves to living with COVID-19, the Ye family could see more people attending the event next year, pushing them closer to that world record goal. James Rayner, Ken Ning, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
The intricate craft of bamboo weaving has a long history in Taiwan. We now get a lesson from a craftsman in the northern county of Hsinchu who has honed his skills over 7 decades.
I 民国22年出生，也是88岁了。我做就咪都做70多年的。我13岁就開始做，做咩都做。我慈心台，我公我爸做咩都啊。當時哦講不好，那個什麼時間㗎？台灣啊冇工業了，只有3種好學手藝啊，剃頭、木匠、做咩是個3種。佢哋冇個學手藝嘅咯，咁做啦，做三些苦工啊。 做咩都最辛苦是，民國差不多40多年下啦，嗰個手工木匠啊，嗰下起艱苦啦。到了民國80-90年嗰下嘅時國貨時天，差不多用機器啊，冇嘢用手啊，咁冇幾耐咪攞啦，應該日本工廠。 除了親愛，係咪？嗰時開始做的啦，做了左右40年了。一條路哦，咩河床嚟啊？冇幾多學啦，你會做啥你緊做啦，冇論幾多歲啦。所以我嚟要學練，我就會問佢講：你要堅持麼？要堅持你就接下去啊！介紹其實打算嚟繼續做下去哦。
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Betty Chen. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we'll leave you with images of more than 163 species of animals released back into the wild in Colombia. Take care and see you next time.